God bless America. Hello, everybody. I am the Talk Radio Protege. This is the Protege program. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you're all having a good week so far. We're almost to Friday. Just a couple more videos, today's and tomorrow's, for you to watch before you get to unplug for the weekend. Today's video, we're going to be talking about a couple of the GOP consultant class, and these individuals, or I guess I should say this group, has been something of a thorn in the side of Republican voters for a long time. It's the GOP consultant class that's largely considered to be responsible for the mellowing of conservative candidates once they reach the general campaign and once they get to the presidency. It's the consultant class that is largely considered responsible for navigating the establishment candidates through the primary to the general election, where conservatives are then forced to hold their nose, bite their tongue, and pull the lever, voting for a candidate that they didn't prefer, but now would generally prefer over the Democrat opponent. These two individuals, you can see here we have Don Lemon on the screen in the center, and I believe we have Mark McKinnon to the left and Mike Murphy to the right. And these two guys love to go on CNN. In fact, if you look up Mike Murphy, Mark McKinnon, CNN, Don Lemon, you'll find at least one other video on YouTube, maybe even some more, where these guys have appeared on his show before. And I wasn't able to find an actual video for this appearance that they had yesterday, but I've got a partial transcript here with me, and I wanted to share some of the quotes with you. Now, first of all, I have this grab because we have all three of these people smiling about something, and I want to share with you the moment from which this grab comes. Now, Mike Murphy, he's the guy on the right. He's the guy who ran the Jeb Bush campaign in the primary. He got Jeb Bush 3 delegates, and he's now talking about the Pennsylvania election. The panel smiles when he says, President Trump, who peaked in districts like that, the Pennsylvania 18, a year and a half ago, is now in real trouble. He's become an anchor on the party. There's definitely a blue wave coming. I'll say it. Yes, it's Trump. This is not rocket science. We have the most unpopular president in the history of polling in the first year of an administration. So, 2 plus 2 is 4 here. Massively unpopular president who is constantly doing things to undermine the presidency and offend 2/3 of the country. And so guess what? We're getting clobbered now at the polls. The problem is fundamentally Trump and the fact that the party has become lemmings following him. Yes, I totally blame Trump. This is the guy that ran the Jeb Bush campaign, telling CNN exactly what they want to hear, that Trump is causing Republicans to lose. Trump is an anchor on the party. Never mind the fact that the Democrat who ran and as presumably won at this point, Pennsylvania 18, was the most conservative Democrat that's been elected in recent history. To my memory, the most conservative Democrat that's ever been elected to the House of Representatives. Never mind the fact that the candidate, that nobody got clobbered in Pennsylvania 18. The candidates were dead even. One candidate said, I'm Trump, but I'm a better version of Trump. I'm a more Trump version of Trump. That was the Republican. And the Democrat candidate ran as pretty much watered down Trump with a little bit of your favorite Democrat platform pillars of his campaign. Not the most high-profile pillars, but Democrat pillars nonetheless. Now, obviously this moment where an alleged Republican is saying that it's President Trump's fault that Republicans are losing is going to make Lemon smile. But why on earth are the other two guys, again, allegedly Republicans, smiling about Trump being an anchor on the party, being a drag on the party? These consultants seem happy that Trump is losing. I heard a rumor about the Pennsylvania election, about how the consultants of the Republican candidate, not just these guys, but the guys that, I believe his name was Sokoff, had hired, they didn't want him to win. Not just these guys, but the guys that the Republican candidate in Pennsylvania 18 hired to work for him and help him win didn't want him to win. And watching an interview like this, I'm prone to believe that. This next quote, again from Murphy, I think makes this image right here very clear. Murphy says, we need to give the same kind of long leash to some of our candidates who want to walk away from the president a little bit and walk away from some of these litmus test primary issues. In other words, we need to let our Republican candidates be Democrats. And this is why Republican voters despise the establishment, because they don't care what the voters want. The Republican consultant class is not going to go out and find a Republican candidate that can appeal to the Republican base. They're not going to go. They want the Republican candidate that can appeal to the Democrats and the independents. The fewer Republicans that a Republican candidate appeals to, the better for these consultants. They don't want to see another Trump ever. They don't want to see anybody that even resembles Trump in the slightest. Again, this is the guy that ran the Jeb Bush campaign. That probably should have been our first hint that he was a never-Trumper. I even wonder if maybe he was the architect of the lose the primary, win the nomination strategy. Now, the other big deal from this appearance was the following quote from Mark McKinnon. He says this, Republicans are saying, get off the beach, the wave is coming. Get out of here, I mean this is actually happening. They're getting out of races altogether. 41 Republicans have retired and resigned. I think because of last night we're going to see more resignations. Now the reason this is significant is because of what political consultants are supposed to do. And if you might be scratching your head wondering what a political consultant is supposed to do, I have an analogy that I think makes a lot of sense. A political consultant is to voters and to candidates and to the party what a coach is to his team, his players, and his fans. The political consultant is supposed to help the party, the candidates, the voters win. Just like a coach is supposed to help the team, the fans, the players win. And on this CNN appearance, imagine it was ESPN and the coach of, March Madness is around one of the top 4 ranked teams. The number 1 team is Virginia. Imagine the coach of Virginia going to ESPN and saying, yeah, our staff are quitting in droves, our staff all worn out. We need to give our players room to do their own thing, maybe leave the team if they need to. Now, what kind of coach is that? What kind of coach is going to demoralize the fans in such a way? What kind of coach wants to depress potential players in such a way? Maybe this late in the basketball season is not such a good analogy for a basketball coach. Maybe the election is not till November. We're what are we, 8 months out? I thought I wrote down the number. We're 6 to 8 months out. And so let's see, football, the NFL. Let's think about who is the champions this last go around in football. I don't pay attention. I know they beat the Patriots, and I don't recall who they were. as soon as I move on from this point, it'll come to me. Let's just make believe here. Let's pretend that it was the Chicago Bears that won the NFL championship this year. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, I don't remember. Let's say the Chicago Bears win the NFL championship, and halfway through the offseason, the coach of the Chicago Bears goes on to ESPN and says, all our staff want to leave. We need to let the players do their own thing. Our staff are just, they're leaving in droves. They're retiring. This is the Patriots season. The Patriots are going to dominate this year. We need to give our players room to do their own thing. We need to give them room to go to other teams, leave this team, maybe retire. We just need to step back and we need to just accept that the Patriots are going to obliterate everybody this year. What kind of coach is that? How depressing would it be to fans of the Bears for their coach to say, our team is going to suck this year. Accept it. What kind of coach is that would go out and drive away potential players from your team with a statement like, the Patriots are going to dominate this year and there's nothing we can do about it. We just need to all let our players be more like Patriots players. What kind of coach is that? I'm not even a Bears fan, and I feel sorry for the imaginary Bears in this situation. I'm sure that you football fans that are watching perfectly understand what kind of hack Mark McKinnon is making himself on CNN, of all places. ESPN doesn't have a competitor, but I mean, this would be like, again, let's go back to our imaginary scenario. Let's say there was a national sports network that was big fans of the Bears, and there was a national sports network that was big fans of the Patriots. And make those analogous to Fox News and CNN, respectively. And the Bears coach goes to the Patriots television network to say, our team sucks, our staff is leaving, and we should send our players to the Patriots because the Patriots are going to dominate this year. What kind of coach is that? And this is the kind of coach that is coaching Republican candidates. And he's basically saying the Democrats are going to dominate. We should let all of our candidates be Democrats. All of the staff, all of the elected Republicans want to leave, so we should just let Democrats in there. This is good. I hope that I've been able to communicate how infuriating this is. That's going to do it for this video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. I hope that you'll come back and join me next time for future videos. And of course, as I get to the end of this video, I get 4 text messages in 5 seconds. Those will all be blurred out. You won't have to worry about what they say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Hit subscribe and hit the bell for notifications if you want to see future videos. I'll be uploading another video tomorrow and more videos in the coming weeks. Again, thank you for watching. Come back and join me next time. Until then, good night and God bless.